Remember when we were young and free and didn't have a care in the world? We took it all for granted. We felt invincible. We'd work all day, party all night, and do it all again the next day. Yep, that's the benefit of being young. In our 50s comes the belly, a saggy bottom, a rounding of the face, and energy levels dip. There are so many unknowns about the aging process, but scientists generally agree that the body ages due to an accumulation of factors, including DNA damage from internal and external factors, mitochondrial dysfunction, and cellular senescence. Factors like our chosen lifestyle, our environment, and genetics all play a part in our aging process. We all know that people are living longer. The World Health Organization claimed that between 2015 and 2050, the proportion of the world's population over 60 years of age will nearly double from 12% to 22%. But living longer does not necessarily mean living a higher quality of life. Common conditions in older age include hearing loss, cataracts and refractive errors, back and neck pain and osteoarthritis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, diabetes, depression and dementia. As people age, they are more likely to experience several conditions at the same time. Older age is also characterized by the emergence of several complex health states, commonly called geriatric syndromes. They are often a consequence of multiple underlying factors and include frailty, urinary incontinence, falls, delirium, and pressure ulcers. We have an aging population, and the aging population is a result of an increasing life expectancy and a reducing birth rate. Hong Kong has both. According to some sources, Hong Kong has the highest life expectancy in the world, whilst birth rates have been on a steady decline. With this comes an increase in the number of chronic disease patients, and by 2039, it is expected that over 80% of over 65s will be diagnosed with a chronic disease. And the cost of public health care is increasing at a far greater rate than the gross national income per capita, both for the public and private sectors. Now, I've talked about the benefits of prevention always being better than cure. In previous videos and articles, the quality of life is as important, if not more important, than how long we live. Imagine reaching 65 and then living another 20 miserable years because of health complications. Contrast this with a healthy you because of a more considered lifestyle today, and you live 20 comfortable years in retirement. I have 3 books to introduce to you to live a healthier and happier lifestyle. Outlive by Peter Attia, The Blue Zones by Dan Buettner, and The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Sharma. And I'll leave those links in the description below. So go ahead and make those lifestyle changes today. Medical inflation globally is projected to be 10.4% for 2025. In the APAC region, it is projected to be 12.1%. More locally in Hong Kong, it is 9.8%. How does your income inflation compare to those? In the US, wage growth is at 4.3%. In APAC, it is 5.1%. In Hong Kong's latest statistical data shows wage growth at 3.5%. Always take statistical claims with a pinch of salt, but however you cut it, the increase in healthcare costs far exceed our wage growth, no matter what country you are from. More crucially, it is unrealistic to insure against every health issue, particularly in retirement, when earned income stops and the cost of health insurance goes through the roof. The increase in cost is simply due to a high number of claims, as the chance of illness is relatively very high. For example, in Hong Kong, over 70% of Hong Kong residents aged 65 and over had chronic health conditions. In Singapore, around 1 in 5 are likely to be diagnosed with a critical illness in their lifetime, and chances increase dramatically in old age. To insure against major illness in retirement is unrealistic, as earned income has stopped and yet the premiums increase massively because of the significantly higher probabilities of claims. Retirement living for many is already a stretch. To pay out huge premiums is undeniably a stretch too far. So, what if we pay for the medical costs ourselves? Surgical procedures have massively increased in costs. Thyroidectomy is up 6.8% annually, cataract surgery is up 5.1% annually, mastectomy is up 13.5% annually, and prostatectomy is up 8.8% annually. But don't medical advancements reduce the cost? I hear you say. No. Medical advancements only add to the cost as new treatments and procedures become the norm. The massive rising cost of healthcare is driven not only by medical advancements, but the aging population, and hence increasing demand. Then there's rising labour costs and the pharmaceutical costs. Some estimates claim that the average total cost for healthcare for a couple aged 65 range from $300,000 to over $600,000 throughout retirement. And yet, the average retirement pot at retirement is only $609,000, and the median is even lower at $200,000. This leaves very little wiggle room to live the retirement lifestyle you've dreamed of. So, what is the most realistic and practical solution to all of this? When it comes to retirement planning, we must leave some room for potential health complications in old age and its associated costs. Build in some financial flexibility into your financial plan and its projections. It's not an exact science because there are too many unknowns, but as is with promoting good quality life longevity, prevention and preparation is key. You need to invest more. You need to aim for a larger provision for retirement than you think. Your retirement plan already includes some hedging for general inflation, which we can assume to be 3% per year, but as we've seen, medical costs increase far greater, so you'll need to account for this. You need to spend a little less today so you have a little more in the future. It's all yours to spend, but you will likely need more later in life. There are also more and more people seeking medical treatment abroad, which may come with some risks as standards abroad may not match domestic standards. This could be particularly true if the cost of treatment is significantly less than at home, which is what we're referring to in this context. And this context, at least, seeking treatment abroad is born out of necessity rather than want. It is a lack of money that necessitates treatment abroad. Finally, being prepared is half the victory. Live a little healthier today. Be aware of what you're feeding your body. Include physical activities in your day-to-day life and address mental health issues, and slow down a little. Physical and mental health is deeply linked. You need to look at both. I'll put in 5 bullet points you need. 1, a balanced diet. 2, regular exercise. 3, quality sleep. 4, stress management. And 5, seek professional help. Address any issues immediately. It's about balance. It's about living a healthy lifestyle today so you can have a healthy living in retirement. Our bodies are constantly deteriorating throughout adulthood. Look after it. It's the only one you have. So live well, live healthy, and save a little more for the older you. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Let me know what other topics you would like to hear about in future episodes. Subscribe if you want to see more, and hit the like button if you like this video. And I'll see you on the next episode of Money Matters.